Welcome to NTN Nightly. I am Janelle Norville. This edition's top stories. The December festivals take to the virtual platform as COVID-19 forces the cancellation of traditional events. The Sir Arthur Lewis Community College to create new gateways with support from the SLDB. And the public-private partnership that brings comfort to the nation's elderly. The COVID-19 pandemic has created a new normal for all aspects of our lives, including how we celebrate occasions, national events, and traditions. With mass crowd events prohibited as per COVID-19 protocols, the Cultural Development Foundation has had to reconceptualize the December festivals. The festivals traditionally ushered in the Christmas season each year on December 12th and created a celebratory mood for National Day, December 13. This year, using the concept Christmas St. Lucian style and the theme Hope, Joy and Merriment, organizers are producing a video showcase that is scheduled to air on Christmas Eve. Ramona Henry Wynn is the Executive Director of the Cultural Development Foundation.
The whole serenal band, creating that kind of hype, from a community perspective. We will have traditional cooking of traditional foods. You would have the whole theme of Christmas storytelling that is synonymous with Christmas. You have bamboo bursting. A lot of the things that are normally done around Christmas will be brought out. The whole Christmas Eve Juve that has become synonymous with the community of Choiseul. We will bring you clips of all of those activities, the jab ritual, the masquerade, the steel pan, fireworks, all of those things will come into play.
The Festival of Lights and Renewal has had to be put off due to national protocols. This event would constitute a parade of lanterns in the streets of Castries, accompanied by a Christmas show and the illumination of the lights in the Derrick Walcott Square in central Castries.
On the 12th of December, which would be the night that we would have normally done the Festival of Light, what we will do is to do reruns of 2018 and 2019 Festival of Light, capturing the best features of those events. So at least we're reminiscing on what would have happened usually on the night of the 12th.
Mrs. Henry Wynn indicates that while this cultural event will not be held this year, the Castries Constituencies Council has committed to lighting up the city on December 12th. While the holiday season may look very different in 2020, St. Lucia is keeping its Christmas traditions alive on social media with a special 12-day celebration of its distinct and signature customs. The St. Lucia Tourism Authority, SLTA, has collaborated with the Folk Research Center and the Cultural Development Foundation for 12 days of Christmas St. Lucian style. Jeraine Georges is the Public Relations Manager at the SLTA.
So over the 12-day period from the 14th to the 25th of December, via Travel St. Lucia Facebook and Instagram, what we are going to do is to bring to you all the traditions such as the masquerade, the Christmas folk chant, solo dancing, the popular bamboo bursting, house to house, serenal, baking of the St. Lucian black cake, the Christmas decorating, Festival of Lights, Festival of Carols, Christmas Creole, and the Asu Square. All of these will be done virtually. In keeping with the protocols outlined by the health authorities. Of course, we know that the mixing and the mingling right now is pretty much not what is being observed in light of health. However, we know that the Christmas spirit often brings hearts and homes together. And so in keeping with the traditions and in ensuring that our St. Lucians, both here and in the diaspora, as well as our visitors, can get to really experience an authentic St. Lucian Christmas, we have decided to have this virtual traditional celebration that would keep everybody tuned in.
You can experience and enjoy 12 days of Christmas St. Lucian style from December 14 to 25, 2020 by checking at Travel St. Lucia post on Facebook and Instagram. St. Lucian cricketing hero Darren Sammy has formally accepted his role as a Goodwill Ambassador for St. Lucia. The title was conferred upon him during a ceremony at Government House. More from Jesse Leos.
Darren Sammy is a good man. That's why we're making him a goodwill ambassador.
A title is now conferred upon him, His Excellency Darren Julius Garvey Sammy. An investiture ceremony was held on Thursday, 10th December 2020 to formalize the appointment by awarding him the St. Lucia Medal of Merit of Gold by Governor General His Excellency Neville Snack. Goodwill ambassadors are citizens of St. Lucia who have achieved international acclaim. They are expected to represent St. Lucia locally, regionally, and internationally by leveraging their profile and celebrity status to tap into access for growth and forge strategic partnership between the Cultural Development Foundation and other related agencies. Minister with responsibility for culture and the creative industries, Senator Honorable Fortuna Belrose, thanked the cricket icon for responding favorably to the government's invitation.
We are happy that you have accepted this honor, Darren, and you have earned it. I've had to reassure him several times that there's no pressure in being an ambassador. It's natural to him. You know, we stayed on the phone about 2 hours. I recall one night he called me from Trinidad, from Trinidad, trying to say to me, but this sounds like hard work, you know? And so I said, no, the ambassadorial title is bestowed because you have achieved global acclaim and met the gold standards with the values that we would want every citizen of this illusion, of this country, to embrace.
His Excellency Darren Sammy made history to become the first international cricketer from St. Lucia. He solidified his legacy in international cricket as a two-time T20 World Cup winning captain, the only cricketer to achieve this feat. He is the only active cricketer to have a national stadium in his name and was awarded the Order of the British Empire, OBE, by Queen Elizabeth II.
I vouch to or pledge to you guys that I will continue to serve St. Lucia and represent St. Lucia in a way that, you know, is fitting for a goodwill ambassador.
As a Goodwill Ambassador, His Excellency Darren Sammy has been issued an official diplomatic passport as awarded by Cabinet and a decorated red laissez-passer signed by the Governor General. For the Government Information Service, I am Jessie Leonce reporting.
The Sir Arthur Lewis Community College has launched a new program that focuses on experiential learning and taking students beyond the theoretical and to the practical realm. The Global Gateways program creates an environment where students can become entrepreneurs. Brent St. Catherine is the head of the Global Gateways program at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College.
We're taking them from basically ideation to commercialization of whatever the prototype they come up with. So whilst at Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, they are going to become full-time entrepreneurs. And we think that is a very added value program, because you won't find anything else like that in St. Lucia right now. And this is something that we need in the present job climate. So the program is very, very needed right now. In addition to that, we have other things like foreign exchange programs, and the students will be able to access what will be the first fully equipped innovation lab in the entire OECS. So I mean, all of these combined are a package that St. Lucia really needs at this present time.
The Sir Arthur Lewis Community College is collaborating with the St. Lucia Development Bank, SLDB, in this venture. Managing Director of SLDB, Vincent Boland, explained that with changes in the world of work, there is need to create additional opportunities for students, and the bank will be playing its part.
The Development Bank has the credit available for persons to access if they need to be able to pursue further studies. The intention really is for us to be able to identify what areas within our economy that need additional capacity. And I think what the college is doing is excellent in that they have identified key areas where training is going to be needed for us going forward. The green economy is essential. We hear people talking about both the blue and the green economy. These areas are going to open up a number of job opportunities for persons.
Invest St. Lucia ISL has endorsed the program, calling it timely. ISL's project coordinator of the Virtual Business Incubator and Accelerator program, Dave Headley, said that Invest St. Lucia is committed to lending its support to this program as well as the students.
Well, we recently launched a Virtual Business Incubator and Accelerator program with a key focus, of course, providing resources to all St. Lucians, especially for key focus on young people. So for sure, there are synergies there with the program that Alpha Lewis is launching. I think it was mentioned earlier, the focus on the entrepreneurship program and of course preparing young persons for the world of work. So right away, persons coming out of that program who may have great ideas or want to start up a business, there's an opportunity now to work with the Boost program, which is the Virtual Business Incubator and Accelerator program, not only to get business support services, but provide even further resources, networking opportunities, and even opportunities to pitch the ideas to angel investors.
The Global Gateways program will be available to all students of the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. Meanwhile, the Resilient Environmental and Agricultural Caribbean Habitat REACH project has installed an automatic weather station at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College.
The Resilient Environmental and Agricultural Caribbean Habitat REACH project aims at assisting small farmers and their communities in managing and reducing the risks associated with the effects of climate change on the agriculture sector. Part of the project involves the installation of an automatic weather station to collect climatic data, facilitate research, and to assist with predictive measures for pests and diseases. Soil moisture sensors were also installed as a water conservation tool to facilitate precision irrigation as a means of improving the quality of crops that can be grown. National Coordinator for the REACH project, Felix Jaria, explains the weather station measures a number of parameters, including wind run, rainfall, leaf wetness, and sunshine.
So the aim is, for example, if we look at pest and disease, there's a predictive model that has been developed using the climatic data and could be made specific to the location you are. So based on the data collection, one can ascertain the prevalence of a particular pest and disease at a particular time of the year. So farmers can be proactive in the way they approach things. There's also the component where we want to collect the data so that we can make it available to farmers on a real-time basis, so that they know what was the rainfall that fell last night. So they look at their cell phones and they can collect the data from their cell phones and ascertain what is the rainfall. Do I need to irrigate, for example? I don't need to irrigate because 5 millimeters of rain fell last night, so there's no need to irrigate today.
Mr. Jaria informs that the station was strategically placed at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College to also allow students to utilize the data collected.
So it serves the college farm, and so the students in their research projects can also make use of the data, but it also serves the general community of the entire catchment of Dennery. Actually, the data is representative for the entire catchment. So whatever data is collected here can be utilized across the catchment area and probably even beyond. But for now, we are targeting the catchment area and to use the data to predict for the catchment area. And we find that the college farm is ideal because there are a number of different crops being grown and there are a number of students who come around here. So it's multifaceted in terms of its objective. Whilst we collect data, students can learn how to utilize the data as well as see the instruments and have a better appreciation for the instruments and the data that's been collected.
The REACH project continues to work closely with the Water Resource Management Agency to increase the resilience of the agriculture sector in St. Lucia. From the Communications Unit of the Department of Agriculture, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
This is NTN Nightly. Please stay with us.
Hi, my name is Denzel Joseph from the Environmental Health Division, Department of Health and Wellness, and today we're going to educate you on the proper process for obtaining a license for the following types of establishments. Food establishments including restaurants, canteens, snackettes, and food trucks, hotels, spas, barbershops and hair salons, villas and apartment houses, guest houses, supermarkets, grocery shops, bars and liquor shops, ice cream carts. First, complete an application form at any one of our offices located in Soufrière, Vieux Fort, or Bois d'Ouage. This is what the forms will look like. Officers from the division will then come to your establishment to conduct an inspection. Ensure that the officers conducting the inspection present a valid form of ID. You will receive a report within 3 working days to inform you of the findings and recommendations, as well as whether your establishment has met the necessary requirements for licensing. Once you have met the benchmark, your next step will be to pay the license fee. All payments should be made directly at our main office in Wadawaj or at the sub-collector's offices in Vieux-Fort and Soufrière, and by no other means. We accept cash or check payments only. All check payments must be addressed to the Accountant General. A receipt will be given to you at the time of payment. Processing of the license begins. Lastly, return to our office with your receipt within 2 to 3 weeks to sign and collect the certificate. For more information, please call us at our main office in Wadawaj at 468-3700, the Vieux-Fort office at 454-6329, or the Soufrière office at 459-7329.
Welcome back. The Division of Human Services Elder Care Unit continues on its quest to better the lives of the elderly, its most vulnerable clientele, with the handing over of a home to a Dennery resident constructed by Triple L Construction. Hamadi Mark has the details of this cheerful story.
A kind gesture and corporate social responsibility on the part of Triple L Construction has made 62-year-old Lawrence Paul the owner of a new living space. Paul suffered a stroke in 2019 which left him immobile. His condition makes it difficult for him to access his home located on the top of a hill in the Dennery community. After the stroke, Lawrence moved in with his sister to help better facilitate his treatment and care. The new dwelling was constructed in her backyard. Collins Lynch is the Chief Executive Officer of Triple L Construction.
I heard of Mr. Lawrence even before he had the stroke. My right-hand guy came to me, David, and said, hey, we must do a project for that gentleman living in the neighborhood. And we had a list together already, but David came back a few weeks later and said, hey, he had a stroke. So I said, David, we must act upon it. Together with Miss Alce contacted me and we spring into action. We came, we looked at it, we set a date, and we accomplished it on Saturday in one day. We just mobilized everybody, get everything here, and we mobilized it in one day.
Lawrence was presented with the keys of his new living space on December 8th. He expressed immense appreciation for the gesture. Andrea Alcide, family case worker with responsibility for elder care from the Division of Human Services, extended her thanks to the employees of Triple L Construction for their continued support in the Dennery community.
On behalf of the government and people of St. Lucia, specifically the Ministry of Equity and the Division of Human Services, we would like to say thank you very much for this beautiful gesture for Mr. Lawrence Paul, for providing me with a comfortable, safe place to be since he has gotten immobile with the stroke that he recently had. We're very grateful that you continue to provide assistance to us, the community of Dennery, and by extension, the older persons of St. Lucia. We appreciate you and we thank you.
Paul's new home makes it possible for him to receive care and therapy from SSDF's Home and Care Department and makes him more accessible for visitation from friends and family. From the Government Information Service, Hamadi Mark reporting.
Caribcation, the brand laser-focused on staycation and welcoming Caribbean visitors to St. Lucia, has introduced a more user-friendly component to its website that facilitates the ease of booking with accommodation properties and destination experiences. Marketing Manager for Caribbean and Events, Christopher Gustav, says through the Caribcation platform, users can connect directly with the service provider.
Locals as well as bubble visitors can book your property via caribcation.org and will provide you with the following: the full names, the number of guests, the check-in date, the check-out date, the email, and the telephone information. The booking will be directed to your organization via an email from caribcation.org, and the SLTA really hopes you will reply to the customer as soon as possible, no more than 24 hours or 1 business day. The clarification program is open to all alternative accommodation providers registered with the ministry. It is important that our service providers are supported in this manner, and our overall aim is to ensure that they can generate as many bookings via this portal, thereby guaranteeing 100% revenue. Ideally, we would like to appeal to service providers who have not registered with the Ministry of Tourism to do so and take advantage of the marketing opportunities that are available for placing more spotlight on their brands.
The clarification program is open to all hospitality service providers registered with the Ministry of Tourism, including accommodation providers, car rentals, restaurants and bars, day tours, nightclubs, shopping, taxi associations, yachting and ocean activities. And that brings us to the end of NTN Nightly. Join us next time at 7 p.m. with a repeat at 7 a.m. You can also catch up with us anytime on the St. Lucia Government Facebook page or YouTube channel. I am Janelle Norville.